Have you ever wondered if small camera upgrades can really make a phone worth buying, or if companies are just selling us the same thing with a new name? That's exactly the question with the new Google Pixel 10 Pro XL. On the outside, it looks almost identical to last year's Pixel 9 Pro XL, but when you dig deeper, Google has made some smart moves that might just give it the edge in 2025. Let's start with the camera setup. Google didn't change much in terms of hardware. You still get a 50-megapixel main camera, a 48-megapixel ultra-wide, and a 48-megapixel telephoto that goes up to 5x optical zoom and an impressive 100x digital zoom. The front camera is a 42-megapixel sensor with autofocus and a wide 103-degree field of view. On paper, it sounds like last year's model, but here's where Google plays its trick. Instead of throwing new hardware at you, they've focused on smarter software and the Tensor G5 chip to push these cameras further. The Pixel 10 Pro XL scored 151 in the camera test, slightly higher than the Pixel 9 Pro XL. Now, that might sound like a tiny jump, especially when the Galaxy S25 Ultra sits at 158 and the iPhone 16 Pro Max is at 154. But the magic is in the details. Still photography is where this phone shines. Photos look natural, sharp without being over-sharpened, and the colors strike that perfect balance between vibrant and realistic. When you take a picture of a busy street or a quiet sunset, the Pixel 10 Pro 40 nails the exposure in a way that makes you trust it every time you press the shutter. Zoom has always been tricky, but Google has pulled off something clever here. Yes, you can push it all the way to 100x, though let's be real, you're not going to frame your vacation album with those shots. Where it really impresses is at 3x, 5x, and even 10x zoom. The details are crisp, edges are clean, and the photos look more lifelike compared to many other phones that overcook the sharpness. In fact, at those levels, the Pixel holds up surprisingly well against the Galaxy S25 Ultra, which is known for its zoom power. The ultra-wide camera continues the same story, no distortion, sharp details from edge to edge, and even doubles as a capable macro shooter. Selfies are another highlight. The 42-megapixel front camera delivers clean, natural shots that are social media ready without heavy editing. It's the kind of camera that makes you feel confident before a video call or when snapping a quick group shot. Video, however, is where the Pixel 10 Pro XL still feels a little rough around the edges. Footage from the main camera looks good, with strong colors and dynamic range, but zoom videos at 3x and 5x can sometimes look depressed, almost like the phone is trying too hard to make things sharp. The ultra-wide video drops some sharpness in the corners, and selfie videos lean toward overprocessing as well. None of this ruins the experience, but it does remind you that Google still has work to do if it wants to match the consistency of Apple's iPhone in video recording. Of course, the Pixel 10 Pro XL comes with a bunch of new tools for people who love to play with settings. Pro controls let you manually tweak ISO, shutter speed, and white balance. There's 10-bit HDR video, night sight video for low light, astrophotography time-lapse, gimbal-like stabilization, and even 8K video recording. On top of that, the Tensor G5 brings AI-powered features like Camera Coach to guide your shots, Auto Best Take for group photos, and voice-based editing through Google Photos. When you put all of this together,